Hi, this is 365801 and I'm going to do a quick little reading vlog on using Futekiya. I have read a few Omegaverse in my time and I do enjoy it, and I thought I would just read all the Omegaverse on the Futekiya library at the moment. This is, it seems like it's something that's doable because it's kind of overwhelming. I'm so behind. And I do want to read as much as possible on Futekiya, but there's just so much that it's a little bit like, oh, too much for me. So I thought I would just read a tag. And I've been doing this for a wee bit, and so I thought I would just try the Omegaverse. So we've got the Revolutionary Alpha. There's only one person behind me. That looks interesting. The Omega Call, which I've read 10 out of 13 chapters of. This wrecked me. It was distressing. And I kept reading and I kept thinking, why am I still reading this? And then it stopped and I was like, hold on, it's in the middle of a story and you just stopped. So I didn't realise, because I read 10 out of 10 and I was like, well, hold on, where's the rest of the story? So now there's another 3 chapters and I don't know if that's the end of it, but Kobuchi can suck it because this is horrendous. And I don't recommend it, and yet I will read the other 3 chapters so I can say I've completed it, or at least up to that point. My Destined one, then I've got Let's Meet at Tsukikagero, I think that's a Red Light District or something like that, Red Light Omegaverse or something. Beyond the Other Side of the Moon, Alpha Squadron AI Ranger, which I saw this when it came out, but I didn't realise it was an Omegaverse, so that looks like fun. From Bite Marks to First Love, I've read the first chapter of 1 out of 8, so I might read that one first to finish it. And then we've got Even If It's Not Fate, and I Want Only You, and the one at the bottom there, How to Raise an Alpha You Love, I have already read. This was 5 out of 5, Fukushima Yuka, 4 spicy chilies. I really enjoyed it, it was great. I'll maybe talk about it in a bit, but I think we'll start this evening because it is quite late already. This is maybe gonna take me a couple of days. From Bite Marks to First Love. Ooh, 5 spicy chilies. I think we're gonna have to reread the first chapter. So I just finished this. It was meh. I don't really know what to say about it. GBs Consent, drama. Yeah, that kind of covers it. The angst, it was like, it has all the usual suspects when it comes to an Omegaverse story, but it was very surface. Like, the artwork was okay, but like, it's very pretty, isn't it? Very pretty. But I don't know, I was like, there was way too many characters and stuff going on, and yet nothing actually happened. I was a bit, well, it's only so. It's a kind of middling range type Omegaverse, so I'm kind of wondering what other Omegaverse ones I should read. I'm going to read them all, but which ones I want to, definitely not the Omega Call. I'm not ready emotionally. I have not girded my loins. And a Red Light District one, I'm not too sure about. What do you think? Alpha Squadron? Should I do Alpha Squadron? That looks like it might be fun. But there is only one person behind me. Anmin seems like it might be interesting. And it's fairly new. September the 4th. So, 6. Is it complete? That's what I want to know. Hopefully all of these are actually complete, because I would hate to... maybe. Let's see. Yes, surely it must be. There we go. So, yeah. A collection of stories, so it's not all the same. So that should be interesting. Anmin. There's only one person behind me. Right, I'm going to read this one next. See what it's about. I don't think I even said what the other one was about. School life. Someone gets attacked. It was convoluted. It was convoluted and yeah, no. Meh. This one hopefully will be better than meh. On the meh level. So we'll see how this one is. I just finished the first chapter of this one and whoa, is it messed up. I was like, oh, and then I was like, whoa, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, that was interesting. It took a wild ride in such a small little short story. I'm still amazed at how sometimes you can read a whole volume and it has absolutely no impact whatsoever, or you could read one small little one shot and it is so impactful. Yeah, there was more interest and more emotion in this one chapter than in the whole of the volume I've just read. It was like, whoa, a lot to think about. I don't want to spoil it, but oof. It's about a salaryman who hires an escort, a male escort, like a soapland type thing. You can hire the services. They are health services, and the story that happens when he finds out that the person he hired has died, and he has to go and be interviewed by police, and that sparks off the rest of the story, and it is wild. And I'm going to keep reading because this seems like it's an interesting volume. So hopefully the other stories are just as interesting. I just finished There Is Only One Person Behind Me. This is by Unmin. And it's just a series of different stories, all kind of focusing on kind of strange and outrageous stories and the people that find themselves in these kind of situations and that they don't really know what to do about it. And also kind of about obsession, different kinds of obsession, I think. And it is weird as hell. There's Only One Person Behind Me. That was woof. I don't know if I'm gonna stop thinking about that for a long time. A Bad Human was just a bit like dull about someone who so regimented in their life, so the obsession of, you know, routine. And then the Cinderella story, there was definitely obsession there with the guy who was kind of like a stalker, and it was a turn up for the books sexually, and I was okay with it. In Search of Something That Can't Be Seen. What one was that? I can't even remember now. Gold Wheat and His Reigns. Oh yeah, this was the weird one about like bondage. In Search of Something That Can't Be Seen. What one was that? Oh, that was the ghost one. Oh, that was dead cute. I quite like that for a ghost story. That was a dead cute one. Because of course, was he really a ghost? It was like that movie with Reese Witherspoon and what's that, the actor guy, Just Like Heaven, which is a really great movie actually. I thoroughly enjoyed Just Like Heaven. That's a good movie. A real good chick flick. Great. Brilliant. And then the last one was The Vertex of a Triangle, which was the Omegaverse story. And there was a bit of a turn up for the books in that one as well. And there was definitely like a bit of a wasted opportunity. I wanted to see a threesome there. Like I know that's where the story's going, so why didn't I actually get to see it? That's not fair. Like, I've read the rest of your story, why didn't you give me the good bit at the end? Anyway, this was surprisingly very interesting. I really liked this one. There was, I think, maybe because there's only one Omegaverse story in it. It had a weird, it was all weird. This whole thing was weird. But I really liked the weirdness. I really liked it. It was thought-provoking, and Certainly not surface, and certainly not your average BL. TM. So yeah, I recommend There Is Only One Person Behind Me if you would like your mind to be fucked over a little bit, because I mean, I need to go to sleep because it's almost, 20 to 1 in the morning. I shouldn't have stayed up this late, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to sleep straight away, because I'm going to be lying here thinking about weird stories and how good they are. So yeah, Anmin, well done, really good. So I'm going to go to sleep, or at least try to, and then I'm going to carry on reading some more Omegaverse tomorrow, as well as trying to get a video finished for uploading next week. So yeah, join me then in the morning. So it is the next day, and I have just finished reading Alpha Squadron Al Ranger. So this is Teroticism. Oh my goodness. This is a Hiradika Town work. I've never come across that mangaka before. This is slapstick screwball comedy and BL together, and it's 100% that. There's no other way to describe it. It's very silly. It's very similar to the World Domination one that I just read the first volume of for another video, a vlog. I'll link it up somewhere. And yeah, it's 3 Omega who are the bad guys, and then 3 Alpha who are like the Rangers, and they have to battle through sexual assault and sexual prowess. So a little bit like Dick Fight Island 2, if you want to say that, but it's 100% screwball slapstick comedy. If you go in there knowing that that's the tone, then you're okay with it. It's a bit like Boys Be Ambitious as well, which is available through Sublime. It's very much, yeah. There is a whole like subgenre of BL, which is the slapstick comedy type ones, the screwball comedies, and this is definitely in there. And for an Omegaverse story, it was perfectly fine. And it had you know, the kind of, I guess, the drama and the angst, but without any angstiness. It was like, oh, this awful thing happened. Now screwball comedy and dick jokes. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, this was the next one. Let's see what else we've got in the Omegaverse. There's not that many, so I do think I'll be able to read, hopefully, fingers crossed, all of them today. I do have to finish a video. So I have done There Is Only One Person Behind Me, which was really interesting. And I don't know which one to go with next. So I've done Alpha Squadron, Al Ranger, and From Bite Marks to First Love. There we go. And of course, I didn't really talk about How to Raise an Alpha You Love. It's got a lot of things in it that I really enjoy, like family dynamics and cute home life stuff and pining. And it's also got some things that I'm not too sure about. And I go, huh, when someone raises someone that they end up having a relationship with. But I can't be a hypocrite, because 100% I love Super Lovers, so I'm going to just be like, hey, I enjoyed it. It was great. So there you go. But yeah, be fair warned. This wee boy here is this boy here. So, you know, it is what it is. But I did not mind that. I generally tend to not mind it in BL because I suspend disbelief, because I know I'm reading fiction. Unfortunately, when I read it in a heterosexual way, I really do not like it. What does that say about me? I'm like, no. Anyway, I don't know which one to go with next. Even if it's not Fate, I Want Only You. I think Beyond the Other Side of the Moon. My Destined one. I should go for the historic. I'm going to save the historical one for later. My Destined one. I think I will go with this one next. It's only 2 spicy chilies though, so that's fine. That's good for this morning. I'm having some toast with some ham and a coffee, and this is my late breakfast as usual. It's a Sunday, it's fine. So yeah, Ume no Hito by Hansode. So yeah, hopefully this will be a good one. I'll let you know. It's actually quite late in the day now. Best laid plans and all that. I took a lot longer trying to get a video finished and got distracted by some other things. So I only just got around to finishing this. I did start it. My Destined one by Hansode. And it was quite nice. It was quite cute. It was about Beta who bumps into someone at a club who smells nice and sweet. And so he gets a little bit like, maybe this person is an Omega. But anyway, he likes the smell and he gets kind of obsessed about this person and their lovely flary smell. But he doesn't quite understand it because he's a Beta. Or is he? It's like as soon as you get to that, you're like, maybe there was a mistake in your medical, tests and stuff. So, but the person that he smells at the club is of course an Omega, who's had a traumatic past, as all poor Omegas do in the Omegaverse, and he is just really sweet and wants to just hang out with him because he's a Beta. He thinks it's okay, and then he gets obviously some test results. So yeah, Izumi, average run-of-the-mill Beta. Not really. It's like there's no real mystery in this one, is there? Is it a spoilers? Spoiler alert. What you think happens. So yeah, but I enjoyed it. The art style was lovely. I like this sort of mature art style, and the artwork on the front cover is really nice as well. I really liked it, and it was a quick and easy one, so I very much enjoyed this. I would give it 4 stars. 4 stars for this one. A good solid read. So I don't know which one to go with next. Like I said, I might save the Revolutionary Alpha and the Omega Call for when I can tolerate it. I think I'm a little bit too emotional today. Like do a wee scan of your emotions and just say, no, you will cry your eyes out if you read this. And today, probably not a good day to cry your eyes out. So maybe think of something else to read. I'm thinking I might read one of these, because these two at the bottom, I'm like, not loving the art style on the front cover. So I think I should probably read them first to get them out of the way, because they are spicy. 5 spicy chilies. So I'm going to go with I Want Only You, because I quite like that art style more than that one. It's not exactly the best. Who's this by? Koi Wazurai Shibito. And it's a collection of short stories. Okie doke. Let's have a wee look. Not too many. So yeah, maybe they're not all Omegaverse. They might be, I don't know. Some supernatural in there as well, which I do enjoy. So I'm going to give this one a wee read. And probably have something to eat, because it's 5 o'clock already. How did that happen? And my ham toast is worn off. I should probably make some proper food. But I ran out of soup. I made a great soup the other day. And I've got a chicken to roast, but it's a bit late to roast it now. I might roast it tomorrow. Have roast chicken tomorrow, but I think I feel like I should probably have something to eat first before I delve into this. And I've got a Grand Prix to watch later, or at least the highlights of it anyway, because I don't have Sky. So it's 5 o'clock. I've got an hour and a half to eat some food, read some manga, and I'm uploading at the moment the video I just made. So, well, so busy. Let's get some food first, and then I Want Only You. Happy days! I found some Itsu chicken gyoza in my freezer. I totally forgot that I bought. I was thinking, I could make a pizza, but they were frozen. Then it was like, I could make mushroom soup. Oh, but it'll take a while to cook. And then I had a wee rummage around and discovered these in my freezer, and I'm so happy. I just made a quick black sesame, garlic and apple cider vinegar, soy sauce dip to go with it, really quickly. So there's no no vegetables, but still, I'm sure I will just devour this. It looks delicious. And then I'll get back to some reading of Omegaverse. I got a bit through I Only Want You before the Grand Prix, so I ended up watching the Grand Prix. It was okay. It was an alright one. It wasn't that exciting. But then it's just finished, and I just finished this one as well. It's about 9:15, so I actually kind of just want to maybe get a hot drink and head to bed. So I might just read the rest of my stories in bed like an old lady. It's 9 o'clock, it's bedtime. Although I might have a nice warm shower just to get me all warm and snuggly in bed. This was weird AF. It was a series of short stories, and they were all very odd. There was an Omegaverse story, which of course was weird, where the guys just ended up having sex in the middle of the street. Like, what? What happened to the passers-by? I mean, anyway, so that was one of the stories. There was like abuse, there was a demon, there was all kinds of stuff, and it was weird and it wasn't very pleasant. There was general like trigger warnings overall, and I don't think it deserves the spicy chilies, because I don't find sex when there's no like build up to it spicy. I don't find that spicy. Is anyone else like this? Like I'm getting too old and jaded for all of the BEL that it's just like, oh, here's a sex scene, but I don't know the characters, I don't care about the characters, or it's you know, abuse or coercion or, you know, dubcon or whatever. It's like, no, that's not spicy for me. I don't find that spicy. I find that troubling and unnecessary and very uncomfortable. So I don't enjoy it. So I did not enjoy this. This in a way that if I go back to, so if I look at, you know, so far what I've read in this little Omegaverse, there is only one person behind me was able to make me care and be interested in these characters and it be weird AF. But this one down here, no, did not care for any of the people, did not care for the people. And unfortunately, I think, yeah, they also did the Beyond the Other Side of the Moon, so I should maybe just read that one too to get it out of the way, because it will also have some Omegaverse and I will probably also be disappointed in it, because rubbish. I can't say it's good. It wasn't. Didn't enjoy it. That goes in the bad pile. It wasn't terrible. It was just it was so kind of, because they were all short stories, there wasn't enough to be able to actually go, oh, that was interesting. There was never enough for me to think that I could understand the motivations or what kind of characters were. It was just very surface. So yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this next one will be better. But I'm gonna get myself a hot drink. I'll probably have a quick shower, warm my body up and get all toasty warm, and just head under the covers and read some more there, because yeah, your girl is old. Your girl is no longer a girl. She's an old lady. And I think that would be a nicer way to spend the evening. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And just before I go to bed, I also want to just point out, today is 21st, so Sunday. And
chapter 66 or episode 66 of Pian Pian was uploaded, I was kind of excited, but also a little bit nervous. And I was right to be nervous because plot happened and I was not happy about it. I am not happy about this, and this has maybe coloured or soured my mood for the rest of the day. I was not happy about what's going on in the Pian Pian. We gotta get our shit together and sort this out because no, not having it. And I'm not gonna go into it because I'm not happy. So it's time to just draw a line under this day and head to bed. A wee safe space for me.
So I'm up in bed, I've had my nice warm shower, I'm all pajamaed up, and I just finished this volume. And I thought, what a weird story. What was it even about? And then right in the last page, there's this one. She says, "Thank you to everyone who bought this." And then, wow, what should I do? I'm an Omega. Worry not, I'm a teacher. Ooh, calm down. Huh? And that's basically what the story is about. And yep, that's basically what the story is about. So yeah, a teenager discovers that they're Omega, and turns out they're teachers in Alpha, and used to be in a relationship with an Omega who died, and there's growing attraction between them, and they're like, no, we shouldn't be together. Yes, we should be together. No, we shouldn't be together. Oh, okay, we're together. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is a really good... Because I was thinking, what the hell was this story I just read? What even happened? And then this little thing just here, just to help. Thanks. This is what you just read. So yeah, that was that. It was much better than Koiwazurai Shibito's other work, which I did not enjoy as much. And I think this image is a little bit, I don't know, it's like too pretty and too lovely looking compared to what the actual story is about and what the actual artwork inside looks like. I don't think it's as nice as the colour images. So yeah, but there you go. So back on to the Omegaverse list of Omegaverses to read. So I'm doing well. I feel like I should read... I don't know. I'm thinking I should read the ones that I don't really want to read, like Even If It's Not Fate. And this one I kind of want to read. This one I don't really want to read, but I know I'm going to have to. And then this is the last one I'm going to read because it looks great. It's historical, so obviously I'm going to love it. And I'm wondering if I should read these 3 chapters and just get it over and done with. But then I feel like I should reread chapter 10 so that I can know what's going on. Because I remember it being awful. And me being utterly invested. So I think I should read this one. But I also think maybe just do this one. And then maybe save that one for tomorrow morning. Because I don't think I'm going to read them all today. Which is a shame. But never mind. So yeah. No, I'm going to go with this one. Yoshimoto Senko's Even If It's Not Fate. It's spicy, apparently. Was the other one spicy? 3 spicy. It wasn't spicy. I can't say any of these I'm really feeling the spiciness. Even that one I don't find them spicy when it's like coercion and GBs Consent and things like that. No. I haven't found any of them spicy at all. I find it slightly disconcerting. But there you go. Let's see if this really is spicy. Or if it's just... ugh. I don't think it's going to be good. GBs Consent! Oh well, let's see. Is it another... Well, we'll see. Here we go. So I just finished Even If It's Not Fate. what a weird manga. Yoshimoto Senko, what a weird manga. Definitely some spicy chilies in there. There's a lot of sex. There's a lot of sex in this one. At least one go of sex in each chapter, I would say. So it's basically, there's two stories. One is about Koharu, who delivers messages, I guess, like you're shopping, from his family store. So he's like the delivery driver whilst being at university. And while delivering at some guy's house that he never sees, he ends up going up the stairs because he hears a noise and coming across a man who's an Amiga, and he's kind of shut himself away from the world. And the two of them end up having a sexual relationship, and then end up having a romantic relationship, and then they're a couple, and it's cute. But it's kind of like, what was the point of that story? There was no point. There was very little angst for an Omegaverse story, and I appreciated that. Thank you very much. The next story was about Shimoga, who... Oh, I'm so tired. Can I suppose, who's a bit of an odd human, that he can sense things. And then Naya, who he works with. And the two of them try and collect money. They're debt collectors. And then weird stuff happens. And it is weird. I did not get what was going on at all. But it was supernatural, and I appreciated that fact. It was definitely weird. And there ended up some tentacles. So tentacle porn was had. But it is really a lot later now. And I'm yawning a lot. I think, it's midnight. There you go. It's midnight. So it's time for me to go to sleep. I can't have all this yawning. So yeah, I will read some more tomorrow, hopefully. Everything else that is on this little Omegaverse read. Although I don't know how many more there is. It's a Revolutionary Alpha. Looking forward to that. Should be good. Love a historical. The Omega Call. Not looking forward to that, but kind of still want... I mean, I remember being like, oh my god, this is horrendous. Someone save this boy. So I might rewatch my review of it from, I don't know, way back in February, March, that time. And then read chapter 10 again. And then this one, oh my goodness, I'm yawning a lot. And now I've read all of these, so I feel good. I'm doing well. Just 2 full volumes and a couple of chapters, and I'll be done with all this Omegaverse. But it's been fun just doing it so far. But I am really tired now, so time for some sleep, and I'll see you in the morning. So I've just taken a photograph for today's video. It's nearing 11, or is it just after 11? So time for some breakfast, and also maybe some time for a wee bit of reading of Omegaverse. So yeah, this video is going to go up today. The one that I'm filming just now, I might do for Friday, let's see. But yeah, we'll get this posted and then get some breakfast. Don't know what I'm going to have. Maybe something tasty. So I've ended up waiting until it's almost, is it 3? It's 3 in the afternoon. I haven't actually eaten anything. I've had 1 cup of coffee, but I have roasted this chicken because I should have done it yesterday. I was so, like, I don't know, my head was not in the right place. But anyway, it's quite roasted, and I've like devoured a bit in here just to be like, is it cooked? Yeah. I didn't want it to be too dry. It's got garlic and herbs. And I roasted some potatoes and carrots, and then just sauteed some kale. So I'm going to eat something and probably read some Omegaverse. I think I know what I want to read, but I'll get my dinner all sorted first. Dinner / breakfast / lunch. I don't know what I'm like right now. But anyway, my mind is on other things. It's on other things, but this chicken looks great. And you know I'm going to make like 6 different dishes with it, so... Anyway, let's get this plated up. Well, that was an absolutely delicious dinner. I'm very happy about it. It turned out okay. It was quite nice. Lots of veg. Feeling very satiated, and it's actually starting to get darker already. I know that we're coming in, and we've still got like a whole month before the shortest day of the year, but it is just getting darker and darker, quicker and quicker in the evening. It's already feeling quite dark, which is not good. Anyway, I think I'm going to go with this one first, because I did say I was going to save the Revolutionary Alpha to last. So I'm going to do this one first, and then I'm going to have to figure out what on earth was going on about that last Call Omega one, and then finish off. So yeah, this is the next one I'm going to have a wee read of. Let's meet at Tsukikagero, Red Light Omegaverse. So I'm guessing it's about a red light district, just for Omegas. We'll see. So yeah, it's another Koiwazurai Shibito. So I've already had 2, and I think I liked one better than the other, but I did not rate either of them very highly, so I'm wondering how good or bad this one is going to be. We shall see. So it's quite a wee bit after, and I've finished Let's Meet at Tsukikagero. Kind of stupid. I didn't realise it's connected to the one I just read. Koiwazurai Shibito wrote 3 of the Omegaverse stories that they have here on Futekiya. And the one I just read, Beyond the Other Side of the Moon, it's the same character. So when you read this one, in the middle of it, there's like a flashback scene to the teacher's previous love and their relationship, but you just get a little snippet of it, and this is the full volume of it. So I don't know which one came first, because I'm too lazy to actually look it up. But you could read half of this, and then the whole of this, and then go back to this. Or you could read this, and then read this. Or you could do it the way I did it, which was read this, and have the flashback, and then go to this, and go, oh, that's that story, but in there. So it's a bit sad to read all of this, though, and know what's going to happen, because you've read this. So I would recommend actually reading Let's Meet first, before Beyond the Other Side. Just so that you get the story. Because when you read this, like I just did, the other way around, I got to the end of it and was like, yeah, but it's not a happy ending, so... It's like, I would read this and be like, oh, well that was nice. But because I know what happened in here, I'm like, oh, well, shit. So, I'm a little bit like, meh. It was good. It was the flashback scene, so it was about the teacher when he was a young man and going to a red light district and purchasing an Omega for the night, or for the little spell, and then falling in love with June. So that was that story, which means I have the Revolutionary Alpha and the Omega Call to read, and I want to finish on a high, and I'm hoping that I'm really, fingers crossed, that the Revolutionary Alpha will actually be a good story, because so far I can't say I'm all that impressed with the Omegaverse that's on Futekiya. There's the angst, but there's kind of like meh stories. They're not top tier 5 stars. They're just not. And I know that the Omega Call is definitely not going to be a 5-star read, so yeah. I mean, out of all of them, my Destined one was quite good. The Alpha Squadron, stupid, so definitely not 5-star. How to Raise an Alpha You Love is the one that I actually prefer out of all of them. It's cute and sweet and family oriented. And yeah, there's definitely bits that I'm like, meh. Which is why it's still not a 5-star read. So yeah, the best of the bunch. But we'll see. I now need to go back and rewatch my own review of the Omega Call, and then I'm gonna read this because oof, I'm gonna need to gird my loins for this one. So I have finally finished the Omega Call by Kobuchi. So I reread chapter 10 and then read chapters 11 and the side story. So there was only one chapter really that needed to take place. It was just split into 2 parts. So I've been waiting for I read I think the chapter 8, 9 and 10 in February. So I've been waiting since February. And these came out and I could have read them, but I didn't. Because I just remembered being like, oh, this is so awful. And it was fun to listen to my review. So I'll put a link to that. But yeah, I'm glad that that's over and done with. Shu is at least happy in his choice. It might have been my choice. It might not be my choice. I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't really want to like any of the characters, including Shu. So I'm just going to be like, nope, it's fine. I've read it. I'm glad that's over and done with. It does mean that I have only one story left, and I feel quite good that I've been able to read all of these. So I just have the Revolutionary Alpha left to read, and I think it is, what's the time? It's about 8:30 already. What happened to the day? What happened to the day? Well, I was doing lots of cleaning and stuff. And I've been on the phone talking to family members and things. So, yeah, it's been good to do a bit of cleaning and tidying. But yeah, I think I might have like a peppermint tea or something. I think I've had too much coffee today. Like I've had one meal and I don't know, 4 or 5 cups of coffee. So I think I might have some peppermint tea and get this one started. I'm looking forward to this one. This one's the one that I wanted to read. I love the artwork on the front. It just looks gorgeous. So yeah, this is the last of the Omegaverse on Futekiya. Let's see what it's all about. So it didn't actually take me too long to finish reading the Revolutionary Alpha. It was kind of it was very beautifully drawn, that's for sure. Loved the artwork, and I liked how the mangaka said at the end that they got to draw lots of hair and eyebrows. Because yes, there was a lot of hair and eyebrows in this. I loved the fashion of, I guess, revolutionary Europe, France. It was a very silly story about an alpha who's part of the aristocracy and his beta lover, and he refuses to take anyone other than his beta lover, as much as his father wants him to marry someone else. And he's very much I don't know, like he wants to change. He's very justice minded and very progressive for this fantasy revolutionary France era. And so that's what he wants. He wants revolution. He wants change and a better world, which is, after all, a very nice thing to read about. So I thought that was quite good. And then there was a little extra story at the end about Major Miller, who also is very justice oriented and what is right and what is proper, and has, you know, morals and ethics, and also likes to bottom. So there we go. I thought that was quite interesting. I do think it's quite good to just pick a tag on Futekiya sometimes and to just read everything that's in that tag. I've wanted to do that for a while. I think the very first time I got Futekiya for that free month back in May 2020, I just read everything that was A. So I've already done this, I just didn't film it, but I was just reading everything that was under the A's. So today it was a tag, and it was, well, for the past 3 days, it was just the Omegaverse story. So the Revolutionary Alpha, there's only one person behind me, the Omega Call, my Destined one, Let's Meet at Tsukikagero, Beyond the Other Side of the Moon, Alpha, Squadron, Ranger, From Bite Marks to First Love, Even If It's Not Fate, I Want Only You, and How to Raise an Alpha You Love. And I still think How to Raise an Alpha You Love is my favourite out of all of these, because it's so domestic and fluffy. Out of all of them, it's got the least amount of angst. The most interesting one was There Is Only One Person Behind Me, because it had a range of stories, and they were all weird. But that was fine. So yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm quite proud of myself reading every Omegaverse on Futekiya, which will probably be the title of this video. So yeah, hopefully I'll get this edited and put up on the channel. It shouldn't take me too long, because it's just me rambling. I hope you enjoy these weird vlogs that I do when I'm just reading stuff. But yeah, so there you go. A weird little vlog for me. Maybe you think it's not as weird as... not that weird. It's just your usual. If that's the case, then oh well. So yeah, I did enjoy this. If you are, if you subscribe to Futekiya, have you read everything? I am so behind. I've got so much to read, and I think this is a good way of doing it. But I still always maintain that like, I will just go back to reading the same stories over and over again because they're my favourite, and there's still so many stories to read, but they're not all good. Like, every BL is great because it's BL, but not all BL are created equal, And I definitely think that I haven't really discovered any new favourites or any new mangaka that I'm like, oh, fantastic. So I'm glad that I finally finished the Omega Call, and that there was in some way some sort of happily ever after. My Destined one was actually quite an enjoyable one, and the Revolutionary Alpha was okay. I don't think it was the best, but there you go. I'm glad I left it to the end though, the historical. So there we have it. That's everything I read. Have you read any of these? What did you think of them? Let me know. I love a good discussion. Oh, and I should probably have said spoilers if I'm talking about them. Should maybe put a little disclaimer at the beginning. I'll put a wee disclaimer, should I? Yeah, there was spoilers at the beginning of this. Whoops. So yeah, let me know if you've read any of these, what you think of them. Are they your favourites? Do you enjoy Omegaverse? The one that I really want to read, the one I really want them to pick up is it Sachiko? I don't know. Kashikomarimashita Destiny. That's the one I really want to have an actual license. That's the Omegaverse that I like the most. So there you go. I'm glad that Omegaverse is kind of transnationally migrated around the world and become the phenomenon that it is. I really like that. It's like a global fraternity of Fujo that we all subscribe to. This is weird and wacky. Isn't it funny? Although most of the stories are not. So yeah. I'm looking for some good Omegaverse recommendations. If there are any other Omegaverse that I should pick up and read, let me know in the comments down below as well. I'm 365801. I make videos about yaoi, BL manga, male romance, and all that good stuff. Remember, every day is a BL day. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!